In this edition of AVTN News, we'll bring you the latest updates regarding possible changes to one area of town that could bring a large economic boost, plus the latest district news. Later in the show, we'll reveal this week's nomination for our Living the Mustang Way series, along with highlights in sports plus weather. All ahead during this edition of AVTN News. Hello, and thanks for joining us here on AVTN for this late November edition of the AVTN News. I'm Shane Eder.
And I'm Josie Fischels.
In our top story this week, the Independence Community School District has been working hard throughout the month of November to quickly turn around a deal with the City of Independence for potential changes to the former high school building and portions of district property. With more on this story, we're turning now to Kylie Sejas. Kylie, following the breakdown in the original negotiations this past August, what brought about this potential deal?
Thanks, Shane. The second round of negotiations quickly came on the city and district's radar after a third-party development group, Overland Property Group, approached the city looking for properties to develop. Upon review of the city, Overland's representatives selected the former high school property as a suitable site for development. Overland's intent at this time, as described in our coverage partners at the Independence Bulletin Journal, is to develop affordable rent-restricted housing, not necessarily low-income housing. Overland uses tax credits to build and manage the developments they've previously completed across the Midwest. City officials estimate that the potential value for this development could be near $5.5 million. Reporting for AVTN News, Kylie Sejas. Shane and Josie, back to you.
Thanks, Kylie. Breaking the figures down, to finalize a deal with the district, the city would purchase the land from the district at a price of half the demolition costs. A current district estimate figures the demolition of the former high school to be near $300,000. The city would then sell Parcel B, or the north half of the high school, and the north parking lot to Overland Property Group. This would allow Overland to develop the site, thus returning the property to the tax roll for the City of Independence. The southern half of the school site, building and football fields, would remain part of the city's property, as council members described sits in the 100-year floodplain, which limits any potential or substantial development. If everything passes and a final agreement is reached by all three groups, demolition of the former high school could take place in early 2015 with new construction by the spring. Stay tuned to AVTN for the latest developments in this story.
In other district news, the high school band and choir sent representatives of each group to the annual WAMAC Conference Honor Band and Choir. Earlier this month, Mr. Berloon and a select group of vocalists traveled to the Western Dubuque High School to perform with other area conference choral groups. Earlier this week, Mr. Lang and a select band students traveled to South Tama schools to represent Independence in the WAMAC Honor Band. Every year, the WAMAC Conference hosts this honor choir and honor band performance, where students travel to designated host site to work with the guest director and represent their home schools. Congratulations to all students who were selected.
As is tradition within our district, city, and nation, earlier this month the district invited area veterans and members of the community to come for a visit and be honored for their services to our nation as part of the annually observed Veterans Day. Here at the junior-senior high school, students and staff planned an extra special ceremony full of video, music from the high school concert band, singing with members of the high school choir, and presentations by staff and veterans. All of us here at AVTN News would also like to extend our thanks and gratitude to all of the area's servicemen and women for your efforts to protect our country.
The junior-senior high school continues to look for further assistance this fall and winter as staff in the Fine Arts Wing are continuing their tree drive in hopes of collecting gently used artificial trees for use as props and scenery for auditorium productions, including the upcoming December holiday concerts. If you have a tree you'd like to donate to the cause, contact Mr. McBride at the junior-senior high school through November. Donations are tax deductible with a district receipt.
Also this month, the junior-senior high school sent a team of 2 students, Maria Ivy and Hayden Vest, to the Junior Achievement Titan Challenge at Hawkeye Community College in Waterloo, Iowa. There was a total of 32 teams with 2 students per team, competing from 11 area schools for scholarship money. The JA Titan Challenge is a day-long high school simulation program in which the students are the CEO of the simulated company. The program helps students increase their understanding of running a business in a competitive and high-tech marketplace. Teams are in control of managing, operating, and making decisions in a virtual business. They are challenged to outperform their competition in profits, sales, market share, and marketing. In round 1, Mustangs 1 came in first place for their group and advanced to the scholarship round. In the scholarship round, Mustangs 1 came in 8th place. Overall, Mustangs 1 took 8th place in the competition. Congratulations to both for a top 10 finish.
As we do each and every episode here at AVTN, we present another qualified candidate for our Living the Mustang Way series, Junior Mark Thompson.
Although Mark is quieter than most, he made a lot of noise this fall, putting in some hard work on the football field as he tried to break the school record for career field goals. Mark's athletic abilities make him an instant standout on the team, scoring points and closing out games like the wins over Charles City and West Delaware. Off the field, he is just as dedicated to his studies as he is in athletics. Mark is continuing to work his way through the FFA program, representing the Mustangs near and abroad at FFA meetings, conventions, and contests. Congratulations to Mark Thompson, your candidate this week for Living the Mustang Way.
If you would like to nominate someone you feel exemplifies the Mustang Way, contact AVTN with your nomination via email to indeeavtech@gmail.com. We select a new candidate every 2 weeks.
Coming up after the break, we'll switch gears and take a look into your local and world news, including one holiday shopping day you may be less familiar with, but that it's important for you to know about this holiday season. We'll also reveal the 2015 concert coming to the Buchanan County Fair, plus a look at sports and weather later in this newscast as the AVTN news for late November continues right after the break. You're watching AVTN All Things Mustangs.
Overwhelmed and confused about how to create a website? Need a logo for your new or existing business? 63% of consumers look to websites first when seeking products or services. Let Fusion Forward ease your mind and accelerate your business with an affordable, professional website and much more. Visit www.fusionforward.com to view our work. Take advantage of our free, no-obligation 15-minute consultation. Call 319-334-9300 to set up an appointment at our Independence office. Fusion Forward, accelerate your business.
Looking for a great way to support the Maroon and White? Consider sponsoring AVTN. AVTN is a year-round project for the Independence AV Tech Club, which provides video services to both arts and athletics. AVTN advertising is a fundraiser for the AV Tech Club, allowing students involved to become further hands-on with the latest technology and expand our services. Over the past year, grant money, donations, and advertising have allowed our group to upgrade our productions to full HD video, increase special effects at auditorium shows, and to bigger and more energetic services for athletics. AVTN is truly made possible with your support and is a great way to connect the school with our community. To learn more about AVTN sponsorships, contact Mr. McBride, executive producer of AVTN, at tmcbride@independence.k12.ia.us or by phone at 319-334-7400. AVTN, your source for all things Mustangs.
What does it mean to be maroon and white? What does it mean to be a Mustang? Pride, determination, and a unified support of all things Mustang. Support the 3 A's of Mustang excellence: arts, athletics, and academics. Success in all areas and a drive to be competitive is who we are. We are the Mustangs. Support the maroon and white in school and around town by showing your Mustang pride each and every day. This message is brought to you by AVTN and the Independence AV Tech Club.
When we think of the holiday season, many think of shopping and holiday deals. Many are familiar with Black Friday and even Cyber Monday. But one day you may not be as familiar with is Small Business Saturday. The Independence Area Chamber of Commerce announced this week that its participation in the 5th Annual Small Business Saturday on November 29th to support independent businesses in Independence. Founded by American Express in 2010, Small Business Saturday is a day to celebrate the small businesses that help support your neighborhood and held every year on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. In a comment to our coverage partners at the Independence Bulletin Journal, Independence Area Chamber Director Michelle McBride says, "Small Business Saturday has shown to be an excellent day for sales for many of our local businesses. If we can encourage community members to shop small and recognize the importance of supporting local businesses and what it can do in return to our community, we hope shopping local will become habitual and foster more small business growth within our community." Small business owners can learn more about taking part in Small Business Saturday and download free marketing materials on www.shopsmall.com. Consumers can also visit the site to find small merchants to shop at on Small Business Saturday.
It's official. The Independence area will see another music icon pass through town as the Buchanan County Fair announced earlier this week. Nashville country radio star Joe Nichols will be performing at the 2015 Buchanan County Fair Saturday, July 11th. Tickets are $40 for trackside or $28 for the grandstand. For more information, visit the Buchanan County Fair online at buchanancountyfair.org. Joe Nichols hit the Nashville music scene in the late 90s and made a name for himself with a string of hits throughout the past decade, including Broken Heartsville in 2003 and most recently Sunny in 75, which went to #1 on country charts in both the U.S. and Canada.
While the last story may have had you thinking warm thoughts, the current conditions outside have been anything but that. As winter continues to settle in for the next few months, drivers are reminded that conditions can change every mile and crews even while out can't treat every stretch of roadway all the time. Drivers should use extra caution, allow more space between vehicles, and allow more time to stop. Experts recommend that drivers allow 2 to 3 times the normal amount of time and space for stopping to help prevent accidents. Experts also remind all drivers to have a winter survival kit handy in the vehicle, including blankets, hats, gloves, flashlights, and batteries, should your vehicle break down or go off the road this winter. Every winter, crews are kept busy in and out of town, responding to vehicles in the ditch who chose to ignore the road conditions. Don't become a statistic. Slow down on Iowa roads this winter. For an up-to-date road conditions or to see where a state plow is in your area, visit Iowa DOT's website at iowadot.gov. Coming up after the break, the Mustangs are switching gears and prepping for another tough season on the mats. Details ahead in sports, but first, here's Jenna Shank with a sneak peek on your weather vision.
Snow and cold have dominated the Midwest and locally here at home for the past 10 days. Is there any sign of warmer weather to come? We'll take a look at the latest details in your full Weather Vision 7-day forecast after the break. You're watching the AVTN News for early November here on AVTN, All Things Mustangs.
Have you had the opportunity to see or play in an athletic event at Lyle Limbaugh Field? How about visit or use the multi-purpose athletics facility at the field? Have you or someone you know had the chance to walk the American Trotter Trail on the district's campus? Chances are many of you have, but many of you may not know a group of volunteers comprising the Independence Mustang Foundation has helped pave the way for these great assets to our school district and community, literally by also working on the Limbaugh Complex Paver Project. The Mustang Foundation continues to support district-wide projects including the Junior-Senior High School Grand Piano, new cameras and technology for staff, students, and AV Tech Club, plus the group is now working on a project called The Final Push, which will foster new field turf for outdoor events, a new district home for the school's tennis, softball, and baseball teams with venues on the district's unified campus. Learn how you can donate and support the Mustang Foundation's mission by visiting their website at www.indiemustangfoundation.com. The Mustang Foundation, helping unite us all as the Mustangs. The Mustang Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, man.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Oh, it's all over your hands.
Dude, I got a bunch of grease and oil on.
Grease and oil.
Yeah, I tried to wash them 3 times.
Well,
It ain't working.
I got the soap for you. Let's get a shop soap.
Dude, let me try some. Is that alright?
Yeah, you just put it on your hand and you just wipe it dry.
Man, this stuff works.
Yeah, every man's gotta have one in his shop. Works better than all those other soaps you try.
Thanks.
Shop soap, it really works. Warning, product may cause fires, explosions, poisoning, serious injury, or death. Shop soap to get you real clean.
Real fast!
What can being a Mustang do for you? Let's start from the top. Being a Mustang will give you the chance to learn from some of the state's best teachers at all levels, kindergarten through high school. Being a Mustang will allow you the chance to become involved and hands-on with our state award-winning arts, athletics, plus our non-competitive activities groups. Being a Mustang will allow you to study, achieve, and grow into the person you want to be. Will you be a Mustang? For more information on the Mustang Way, visit the school's website at www.independence.k12.ia.us. Independence Community Schools. Start here, succeed anywhere. Your AVTN Weather Vision Forecast is brought to you by the Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Independence, offering weekend services every Saturday evening at 5:30 and Sunday mornings at 8 and 10:30. For more information, visit www.emmanuelindee.com.
Tired of winter yet? Hopefully not, because we have a lot of it left to go. Unfortunately, and the computer models don't show many convincing signs of the cold weather leaving anytime too soon. As we look at our averages for late November, we see the temps continuing to slide as we approach December. It doesn't seem very long ago Iowa was seeing daytime temps near average of 55, and now we're struggling to get back to an average of mid-30s. Iowa is only going to get colder as we get into December. So far this month, Iowa has been on average with monthly snowfall averages, with most of the state totaling between 1 and 3 inches of snow from recent storms passing through the area. While it was an early start to the snow season, it's nothing compared to areas to the north and the northeast along the Great Lakes where they have been measuring snow in not inches but feet. That's a lot of snow. As we take a look into your temperature outlook for the next several days, we'll start with today, where daytime highs should be closer to normal than we've been in the past 2 weeks. Temps will hold across the state in a low to mid-30s. If you're looking for warmth, you had to head south to the Gulf states, where the warmest temperature on the map is down in Miami, Florida at 77. Wouldn't we all like that? Temps overnight will cool across Iowa into single digits across the northern third of the state, while the rest of Iowa chills into the low mid-teens. Temps will warm through the weekend first, with Saturday climbing above freezing for the first time, really, since about Election Day, and leveling off into Sunday before our next system arrives on the horizon. Taking a look at your weather vision surface map for the lower 48, we'll see the remains of the Arctic low that's been causing all of this cold over the Midwest started to push north and east it's back into Canada. This will allow a ridge of high pressure over the Rockies to slide east and bring a surge of warmer weather over Iowa through Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be a short-lived warmth as the next system to affect the Midwest is shortly behind. As the high pressure continues to push east over the mid-Atlantic region, a strengthening low pressure will develop to our south over parts of Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma and push northeast with ample moisture. Right now, the system looks to just skirt Iowa to the east through Illinois, which should put Iowa's most eastern counties in the path for some light to moderate rain and snow. Depending on timing and path, this storm could bring all rain, all snow, or a mix. Another difficulty at this time is the path with a storm this size. 50 miles north or south would change drastically if we see precipitation and simply have a cloudy day. Either way, the system should cross through the Midwest late Sunday into early Monday. Behind the system, temps will drop back below normal through most of the week, but not as cold as we've seen. Taking a look at one of your computer models, you can see the computers wanting to pull this early week system right on the border of Iowa, followed by the colder air. It looks like even if we see some snow melt Saturday, the models are still telling us to keep the hats and gloves handy for some time to come. Taking a look at your Weather Vision 7-day forecast, you can see again temps today holding in the upper 20s with cloudy skies, but the clouds will help keep us warmer through the overnight with lows only dropping a few degrees. Through the week, we'll see the breeze warm up with our next chance of moisture arriving late Sunday into Monday, which will drop temps through much of next week, back into the mid to upper 20s. Some areas will reach the low 30s and mid-week as well. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, wind chills could be down into the teens and 20s as northwest winds pick up at times, between 20 and 30 miles per hour. Winter's here to stay, it seems.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to deal with it. We turn now to Kylie in sports, and with one season ending, the next is already starting.
That's right. Mustang winter sports are already in full swing. We'll take a look at wrestling and basketball preps, plus the latest action across the district in your Mustang Nation sports after the break. You're watching the AVTN News for early November here on AVTN, all things Mustangs.
Overwhelmed and confused about how to create a website? Need a logo for your new or existing business? 63% of consumers look to websites first when seeking products or services. Let Fusion Forward ease your mind and accelerate your business with an affordable, professional website and much more. Visit www.fusionforward.com to view our work. Take advantage of our free, no-obligation 15-minute consultation. Call 319-334-9300 to set up an appointment at our Independence office. Fusion Forward, accelerate your business. What does it mean to be maroon and white? What does it mean to be a Mustang? Pride, determination, and a unified support of all things Mustang. Support the 3 A's of Mustang excellence: arts, athletics, and academics. Success in all areas and a drive to be competitive is who we are. We are the Mustangs. Support the maroon and white in school and around town by showing your Mustang pride each and every day. This message is brought to you by AVTN and the Independence AV Tech Club.
Looking for a great way to support the Maroon and White? Consider sponsoring AVTN. AVTN is a year-round project for the Independence AV Tech Club, which provides video services to both arts and athletics. AVTN advertising is a fundraiser for the AV Tech Club, allowing students involved to become further hands-on with the latest technology and expand our services. Over the past year, grant money, donations, and advertising have allowed our group to upgrade our productions to full HD video, increase special effects at auditorium shows, and to bigger and more energetic services for athletics. AVTN is truly made possible with your support and is a great way to connect the school with our community. To learn more about AVTN sponsorships, contact Mr. McBride, Executive Producer of AVTN, at tmcbride@independence.k12.ia.us or by phone at 319-334-7400. AVTN, your source for all things Mustangs.
The Mustangs continue to see great results even in between sports seasons. Recently, it was announced that the Mustang Junior High Cross Country coach, Mr. Moen, was named as the Iowa Middle School Coach of the Year. Mr. Moen will be honored at the State Cross Country and Track Convention in Ames this December. Mr. Moen has been a middle school coach for the last 19 seasons. Following a standout football season at running back and multiple state appearances in wrestling, senior Chase Straw made his post-education plans official. Recently, Iowa State hosted a signing day for Chase where friends, family, and coaches watched the senior Mustang sign a letter of intent to wrestle for the Big 12 Cyclone Wrestling program. Chase has been ranked in the top 3 the past 2 wrestling seasons, which led him to the state tournament where he has been placed in the top 5. Before Chase heads off to Ames, he'll have one final season to wrestle for the Mustangs. The team has been hard at work in the weight room and wrestling room in preparation of defending last year's conference championship that saw a huge home win over Highway 20 rival West Delaware. The Mustangs opened wrestling competition on Tuesday, December 2nd here at home in a triangular host in Charles City, New Hampton, and Southwind. Across the gym on the hardwood, the girls and boys basketball teams have been focusing on strengthening skills in preparation for climbing the ranks through the WAMAC Conference this season. Both programs look to build on last year's seasons that saw the boys finish at 3 and 19, while the girls nearly splitting the season at 10, and the boys squad opens play at the road at Anamosa on Tuesday. December 2nd will the girls start as soon as this Tuesday, the 25th, on the road at Western Dubuque. Best of luck to the Mustang teams as we kick off winter athletics. As we wrap up sports, here's a look at your Mustang Nation sports calendar. We'll be right back.
What does it mean to be maroon and white? What does it mean to be a Mustang? Pride, determination, and a unified support of all things Mustang. Support the 3 A's of Mustang excellence: arts, athletics, and academics. Success in all areas and a drive to be competitive is who we are. We are the Mustangs. Support the maroon and white in school and around town by showing your Mustang pride each and every day. This message is brought to you by AVTN and the Independence AV Tech Club.
Have you had the opportunity to see or play in an athletic event at Lyle Lambaugh Field? How about visit or use the multi-purpose athletics facility at the field? Have you or someone you know had the chance to walk the American Trotter Trail on the district's campus? Chances are many of you have, but many of you may not know a group of volunteers comprising the Independence Mustang Foundation has helped pave the way for these great assets to our school district and community, literally, by also working on the Limbaugh Complex Paver Project. The Mustang Foundation continues to support district-wide projects including the junior-senior high school grand piano, new cameras and technology for staff, students, and AV Tech Club, plus the group is now working on a project called The Final Push, which will foster new field turf for outdoor events, a new district home for the school's tennis, softball, and baseball teams with venues on the district's unified campus. Learn how you can donate and support the Mustang Foundation's mission by visiting their website at www.indiemustangfoundation.com. The Mustang Foundation, helping unite us all as the Mustangs. The Mustang Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Finally, here on AVTN, all of us here with AVTN News would like to say a huge thank you to some volunteers who have assisted the AV Tech program this past fall. Recently at a school board meeting, our resident volunteers were honored as Friends of Education. Brandon Zato, Mike Ellis, and Amanda Enos were honored for their service assisting at football games and productions all this fall and last year. Notably, these three donated well over 200 hours at many of this fall's home football games to help boost the fan experience with music, lights, and smoke for the team and assisting tech students with filming and archiving home events on video. From all of us, thank you for your service. One area that could use better service is the weather, Jenna, because it really doesn't sound like weather is going to warm up too much.
Absolutely. The weather really won't warm up much above freezing, only to about 40 degrees. Otherwise, expect windy conditions for portions of next week with a chance for some rain or snow late Sunday into Monday.
Thanks, Jenna. And with that, we want to, of course, thank you, as always, for tuning into this broadcast of AVTN News. AVTN News is a production of the students and AV Tech Club here at the Independence Junior Senior High.
If you have a news suggestion or nomination for a Living the Mustang Way segment, feel free to send us an email to indeeavtech@gmail.com.
This has been the AVTN News for early November 2014. Thanks again for watching. I'm Shane Eater.
And I'm Josie Fischels. We'll see you again next time on AVTN, All Things Mustang. Have a great day and an even better tomorrow.